Welcome back. Okay, so here's the deal. It's new shell challenge day. I'm a little bit nervous about it because last time we did a shell, it was a multiple building townhouse shell, which is not good. We need to scale down, you know? So I don't know what it's gonna be like yet. We'll experiment a bit, but we're gonna try to tone it down compared to last time. So anyway, hi everybody, happy Friday. Welcome in. It is good to see you. Let me get my game up and see. Oh, you can already see. There we go. Oh, I'm in the wrong scene. Hold on. This might break my stream. Give me 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Uh-oh. Are we fine? Did it work? Okay, we're fine. Anyway, now we're back. Now we're fine. There we go. This should be okay. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. There we go. Oh. Come on. Game. There we go. Okay. Now we can play. Oh, wait. Actually, I have packs disabled. Never mind. We're not fine. We're not fine. Izzy, thanks for the 19 months, and Curly, and Lucy, and Kay, and Becca. We also got Paul. Thank you for the subs, everybody. Okay, let me re-enable the packs. Okay, so delete this thingy and play the game. Now we try again. Oh my goodness, green lights again? No, I don't have the green lights on. I could, but I don't think that I should make the whole room green. It's a bit much. There's only so much that we can handle of that, you know? We gotta keep it for special occasions. So, what's the shell challenge? Well, we haven't decided yet, unless you're asking what a shell challenge is, in which case I can explain that part, but we'll get there. Let me get the game open and I can show you. And then we can play. Can we do a micro shell? See, I'm kind of leaning towards small. I'm leaning a little bit towards a small shell too, because the last one we did was quite big. I'll show you the last one too. The last shell that we did was before the rent pack. Yikes. The last shell was this. It was a townhouse shell and there were 3 of them. So it was kind of big and everybody spent like a really long time on it because it was like kind of a, I don't know, nightmarish one. So we should probably do something a little bit smaller than that. This is what I built for the last shell challenge. If you've never seen a shell challenge before, typically, here's a better idea of it. Typically, it's like a random box, okay? Like a random shell of a building, and then you will take that and you'll turn it into something. So the rules are quite open. Like you can take it and you can make a house, you can make a community lot, you could sort of do whatever you want. You can put it on any lot that you want. Like the idea is just that everybody has the same shell to begin with, and then you turn it into anything. And it's all kind of fun because when you look through the hashtag on the gallery, like everybody's builds are so different and it's cool because we have the same starting point. So we're gonna do one of these today. We have to build the actual shell part itself first. We don't really know what it's going to be like yet because we haven't done it. We always pick it together and make it together. And then we'll do a tour of the shell builds in a couple of weeks. So that's kind of how it works. It'll be fun, I think. I always enjoy a good shell challenge. Will clearing cache break your game? No, you should be okay. Clearing cache won't break anything. At least I have never had that problem. So you should be okay. All right. Duck Dan is live? Good. He's bragging because I had Snap in my room and then she left like 5 minutes ago, literally right before I went live. She always does this. I like start to get ready to go live, put my headphones on, and then she's like, okay, I'm gone now. And now she's in Dan's office. I've been ditched. That's not fair. How dare she? Anyway, I'm fine. I can handle it. It's fine, but... Jesse and Marie and Sing and Kellyanne and Maria and Nell and Annika and Lauren and Michelle and Pange and Court and Snicks and Brandy. We got Phoebe and Miss Mercury and Rexa and Sim and Void and Shay and Lucy and Trice and Kiana and Anna and Lady and Mariposa and Cora and Annalise and Northern and Amy and Izzy. Thank you all for the subs, everybody. She loves the British, maybe. It's not fair. How dare she? Anyway. Anyway, we gotta figure this out, okay? So are we gonna do a tiny one? When we say tiny, how tiny are we talking? Like 100 tiles? Because that's quite small. And that's not as bad as our townhouses, you know? So you could do a tiny house if you wanted to. But 100 tiles is kind of like the size of a small house. You know? Well, 100 tiles isn't that big. 100 tiles is real small. Should it be 2 stories? Should it be 1 story? It doesn't have to be a tiny house. We can do a smallish home that is not technically a tiny house. Unless you want to do an actual tiny house. I don't know. Like a car? It kind of did. I think I'm seeing a lot of 2 stories and generally small-ish. Doesn't necessarily have to be tiny. Or a micro house. The problem with doing the shell of a micro home is that, like, it's so small. Micro homes are only 32 tiles, so it's not really, like, the shell isn't that interesting. It needs to be a little bit bigger to be an interesting shell, I think. Bigger than a micro home, because micro is so small. You guys, a 32 tiles is so tiny. Like, that's a micro home. So, like, sure, you could try to, you know, do a couple things to make it look more interesting, but at its core, you don't have a lot of space to work with. So to make it a shell, there's not really that much. Okay, I don't know. I'm just gonna wing it and we'll see how it goes. Lex, God, the funny ghost, Francis, thank you for the subs, by the way. Okay, I don't know. Maybe I should put it on a 20 by 15 lot as the starting point. Just so that way we know that it will fit no matter where you try and put it. Because I'm picturing people wanting to use this on like a 20 by 20 sort of lot, so. I don't know. Okay, let's delete. We'll try again. All right, take 1. Let's try this. You could do multiple buildings. We did that last time though. Our last one was 3 separate townhouses that you could choose to put together or separate. So I don't really want to do a multi-building thing because we kind of just did that, and we don't want to do a big thing either because we just did that. So we're going to try and figure out something a little bit more attainable for the average person. Meg, it's Salamander, Kiwi, and Cherry, thank you for the subs. Okay. I'm intimidated. Oh no. Oh no. All right, let's just figure it out. It's gonna be fine. So maybe the house could be kind of shaped like, do you think that this would be, I mean, that could be the front of the building. This could be the front of the building. This probably could not be the front of the building. Very easily, at least. How many tiles is this? Stream frozen. I think it might be just on your end. It doesn't look like my stream is frozen. That's only 67 tiles, so it can be bigger than that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, it's a square. Oh, now it's too big. Oftentimes, if you're seeing like freezing and stuff on stream, unfortunately, a lot of the time, that's you. A lot of the time it's your internet that's doing that, unfortunately. Okay, that's kind of boring. So I don't really know what to do about that part. Can you add walls? Well, so we'll explain the whole concept of the shell challenge. If you've never seen one before, we'll explain it in a minute, okay? But you can, if you need to, oops, no, wrong command. If you need to, try and look at this little link in the chat. This will explain a couple things that might answer some obvious questions for you that maybe you are having if you are confused by the concept of a shell challenge. Maybe you've never seen one before, and then I'll explain it once we have the actual shell built. I don't think I should explain it yet because there's no shell to go off of yet. Everyone, I'm so sorry to say that I might do a diagonal. The problem is there's like an obvious front though, if we use the diagonal this way, because this is not really gonna be a, I guess the front could be over here. You could have that as like a garage if you wanted to. Please not the diagonal. Why not? Isn't it fun? This could be the front. And I think that this could potentially be the front too, if you really wanted it to be. Maybe I could add something to it, like a little bump out, so that way it makes this more possible to be the front. I don't know, something small like that. What if it was like... Guys, I can't do round. The last time I did round in a shell challenge, I personally almost quit. So I can't do that. I genuinely, I can't handle that. The round's not gonna happen. Neff in Argentina, it's poorly. It's so weak and big. And everybody, thank you for the subs. I don't think we can manage round. I don't think that's possible for us. I'm just being realistic, okay? For our own personal sanity, I don't think we should do that. Should this be small? Oh, you can't be like that. Oh dear. Do you guys think it's okay like that? It does make the roof really weird right here. But I think that might be okay. Wait, it's only 91 tiles too, so if I wanted to, I could really extend a little bit. No, maybe not that way. Maybe I extend this way. Like that. It's only 94 tiles. No, I don't know. Leave it 91 so you can put patios. Oh. I guess, well. Uh-oh. Do a 1 tile bump out, like a 1 tile wide thing somewhere? Do you think so? Where? I think that that might make for an interesting front of the building if we did something like that. I hate the 1 tile things. I think they're horrible. It is very small. Right, in the obvious front. You want me to put the 1 tile bump out somewhere in the front to like ruin it? We could. We ruined the front so people can't use it. I put it like right where you would put the front door. No, that's bad. Daisy, thanks for the 10 months. Let's rotate it too so that the obvious front is not the front on the gallery. So that people use like, maybe I'll put it like this on the gallery. Perhaps. Hide the diagonal in the back. We hide it so that they don't know there's gonna be a diagonal. We put it like this on the gallery so you're thinking, oh, it's gonna be easy. And then you load in, there's a diagonal. Maybe. I'm not opposed. It's Texas again. How is it Texas? How is it always Texas? I don't understand. I don't understand. No matter what I do, I go to great lengths to make it not Texas. It's always Texas. And literally every time I make a Sims build, it looks like Texas. Without fail, every time the shell is shaped like Texas. How is it Texas again? It's like the bump out in the front. If you guys are not familiar with the state of Texas, hold on. If you're not familiar with Texas, let me scoot this over so I can show you better. Actually put the build like over here. There we go. Look. I don't understand how I always do this. It's kind of not quite right, but vaguely. Yeehaw, I guess. Okay, here's an important question that I actually don't know the answer to. Have I done Simsie Yeehaw Shell? I haven't. Okay. Well, there you have it. The Simsie Yeehaw Shell. Yeehaw Shell Challenge. The way I had to check if I had done a Yeehaw Shell before. Oh, wait, let me copy paste the description from the last shell. Will the 1x1 be closed off? Oh, no, sorry. I wanted it to be open. I forgot that I moved it. I wanted it to be open. Okay. So let me explain to you guys how shell challenges work again. I've never seen one before. Basically, you take this off the gallery, you download it, and you put it on whatever lot you want. You can rotate it any direction that you want. You can add foundations, you can add roofs, you can add interior walls, you obviously landscape it and furnish it and stuff, and you can make it into anything. It could be a house, it could be a museum, it could be a restaurant, like literally anything that you want, you can make it into that. You can basically do anything except change the existing walls. These will have to stay the same, but you can add walls on the inside. You can't add exterior walls because the idea is that the shell is the same. You want the shell of the building to be identical, like the outside, to all of ours, but you can do whatever you want otherwise. And then you upload it to the gallery with hashtag Simsie Yeehaw Shell, and then we get to see everybody's builds and do like a fun little tour. Okay, so for Shell Tour Day, what do you guys think about like the 26th of January? Yeah, you can rotate it. You always can. You can literally do pretty much anything. You can, if you have a question, the answer is you can definitely do that as long as you're not adding an exterior wall. Like if you have a question about platforms, about foundations, about fences, you can literally do anything except walls on the outside. Anything goes, anything. I mean that even half walls are fine. It's just walls. I'll explain more once I put this. The only rule is that you can't change any of the existing walls. My exterior walls must remain, but you can add interior walls, a floor plan, half walls, fences, roofs, patios, platforms, etc. You can move, rotate the lot. We don't need this part because that's from a previous one. Literally anything goes, just don't change my walls. Post to hashtag Simsie Yeehaw Shell when you're done, due on February 26th. Yeehaw Shell Challenge. Oh, sorry, January. Why did I say February? January. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's January. This month is January. Okay. Yes? When I say do, we're going to do the tours that day. So we're going to do a live stream where I tour people's builds. That's a Friday. So it's like 2 weeks from today. Okay. So there's some time. Yeah, so as far as questions go, when I say you can't add exterior walls, what I mean is you cannot drag this out. Bad, wrong. You cannot do this. Bad, wrong. You could do this inside because what you want is the shell to be the same. This part has to still be there. So you aren't allowed to do things like change it into a fence because that's changing the wall. But otherwise, literally anything goes. And when I say anything goes, yes, add a foundation, add balconies, add roofs, add floor plans inside. Anything goes. If you have a question, the answer is yes, as long as you're not making the shell bigger, okay? You can't make the shell bigger, but you can, if you wanted to, add like a greenhouse in the backyard because it's not touching. You just can't touch it, you know? No, you can't change the walls into a spandrel because that's changing the walls. Do you understand what I mean? You can add a spandrel outside of it, like you could put a spandrel here, but you can't turn the existing walls and you cannot replace the walls. These walls stay. The only rule is that these walls stay. That's the whole thing, is just these walls stay. Everything else you can change. You can make it taller, you can rotate it, you can put it on a bigger lot. The placement of these walls has to stay, and that's literally it. Everything else is fine, everything else is fair game. I think that you guys that have questions are maybe overthinking it a little bit. It literally, everything is fine, you just can't move these walls because you want the shell challenge to be the same. Keep this shell, okay? My mods do have like a little, we have a little document that we put in the chat. It's like a little image of things that you can and can't do to try and teach people what we mean. So if you have a question, this is a nice do's and don'ts list. Yeah, you can add a porch. Porches aren't walls. So anything goes. You can do whatever you want. Literally whatever you want. It doesn't have to be a house. It could be a community lot. Like, you literally, anything goes except for the fact that you cannot change the existing walls. Okay? It doesn't have to be a tiny house. This one is a tiny house, but you can change it to be not a tiny house. Literally anything goes. Anything goes. You can do whatever you want. Even the wall height. The wall height is probably the most cheaty seeming thing, but I don't care about that. You can change the wall height. That's fine by me. So can you add floors? Do you mean like flooring like this? Yes. You cannot add like this because that's not the same shell anymore. I don't know how many times I mean this with like so much love, you guys, but I want to really emphasize it's so much easier than you think. You just can't change the existing walls. It's really simple. These walls, the shell stays. That's all. Just those walls stay. Everything else you could do. You could do literally anything else that you want to. Everything else is fine. Just these walls stay, okay? And we're going to do the tour on January 26th. So, that is the plan. All right, hopefully we've got that covered then, so we can start building. It's okay, Funky. It is confusing when you say it out loud and they haven't seen it before. I know a lot of you all have seen me do this like 10 times, so you're like, okay, we get it, Kayla. But if it's your first time seeing a shell, you're probably like, wait, how does it work? But I really mean that you can do anything. And the other thing is, right, we have rules to this because it's a challenge and stuff, but the goal here is just to make you want to build, you know? The goal is just to have you get inspired by something and make you feel kind of excited about the thought of doing a build. So I want you guys to take this and let it excite you. Like, if you need to, for some reason, if you like really badly need to have a basement for your storyline, technically basements are against the rules, but if you have like a fantastic idea for a basement, this is for you. You know, like, this is so that you have fun. We want you to have fun with this. So you do what you want to do. And you know, you can bend the rules a bit because it's supposed to be for you to have fun. And same thing, like when I do the shell tours in a couple weeks, we're going to randomly tour them, like from a random selector of people in chat who submit their gallery names. And so obviously if you use CC, I can't really tour it because you have CC that I don't have. That's okay. You're not building this so that I see it. You're building it because you want to have fun. It's supposed to be for you to have fun. If it makes you happy, you do it by all means. Like, if you need to bend the rules, whatever, you know, it doesn't really matter that much. So Strawberry Shorts, we have toured all kinds of builds where people broke the rules, but it's not that big of a deal. Like, it's game, you know? And if you have like some fantastic idea and you have to break the rules to do it, the point is you're supposed to have fun. So yes, there are rules. And, you know, I'm going to follow the rules when I do my build, but the point is for you to have fun, you know? I want you guys to, like, look at this and have it be fun for you. So there's no, like, consequence, you know? Like, it's a shell challenge. Okay, so I kind of want to build a house with mine. I'm kind of leaning towards house. And, well, let me go back into here so I can show you. I think I'm going to build this somewhere else. But let me talk to you what I'm thinking about. Moonsocks and Aria and Theodora, thank you for the subs. So here's my initial concept, okay? This part I originally thought would be perfect for the front, and I still stand by that. However, what if there was like a really nice backyard back here, and like we had these cool angles kind of around the backyard, and there could be like a pool. We could do like kind of a fancy house. I don't know. Chestnut Ridge. I don't think I want to do it like an actual yeehaw house. I know we called it the yeehaw shell, but I don't know if I want to do a yeehaw house. Why is it called the yeehaw shell? Because it looks like Texas again. We're just memeing. It doesn't mean anything. But a lot of people might make a yeehaw ranch, you know? Lots of ideas. Lots of concepts here. Okay. I wonder if I can make it work in Mount Komorebi. I might need to experiment. Sometimes, like with shells, it takes a couple bulldozes for you to figure out what you want, you know? And that's okay. It's all in good fun. Can Kayla only read the chat from her special people in chat? No, Pink Floof. I can see everybody's messages. I can see everybody here right now. Obviously, I cannot read everything out loud because there are 4,000 people here, but I can see the whole chat. All right. Let's take a look at this one. This lot being horizontal is like not so ideal though. I don't know if this is gonna work. We'll have to see. I might not like it. You were thinking a cottage? Yeah, maybe. That's a good idea too. I mean, everybody has different concepts. It's funny because like what I instantly think of and see might be like totally opposite from what you instantly think of and see, and that's kind of what's fun about it. Build it in Forgotten Hollow, like a vampire house? I don't know. There are other lots in that world? Yeah, I know. I'm very familiar with this world. I in fact did the official builds for it, so I've spent many hours building here. A lot of them are very horizontal, and these ones have a lot of like pavement around them. So I don't really want to build it out here because there's pavement around it, and I prefer for it to be in the grass. These are in the snow. I don't want it to be in the snow. So that's kind of my, I don't know if I want it to be horizontal like this or not. It could be, but I'm not really sure. Yeah, you can put it on a bigger lot. You can do anything you want with this shell. That's the beauty of it. There's no rules about that. Like, you do whatever you want with the location of it. It looks so small. You look so teeny tiny. Maybe the front of it could be like, no, I think it needs to be a 20 by 15 for what I want. What about a beach style house? That was my other idea. My two ideas have been like Snowy Escape sort of build or a Island Living sort of build. I'm not really sure what I want to do yet, but those were my two concepts that I had in my brain. So I guess we can see. Maybe I'll build it like this and the front will be this way so I can still have the side yard that I wanted. Okay, yeah, it's on the gallery. I put it up a few minutes ago, so if you want to download it, you can. Let's start roofing, and then we can just go from there. Again, we can always get rid of it if we don't like it, so. Okay. Don't really think I like this part too much. I don't know. Maybe I will like it. We'll have to see. Hard to say. Yeehaw Fairy Cottage. Okay. Fairy Cottage is an interesting concept too. A little bit different from what I was picturing. But you could try something like that if you wanted to. If I built a fairy cottage with this, everyone would be like, oh my god, fairies confirmed. lilsimsie knows there's fairies coming to The Sims 4. She built a fairy house. Who said there was fairies? No one. But people would make that assumption. If I started building a fairy house, they'd be like, there's fairies. I've done fairy houses recently. So it's not like they always do that. But you just know there would be some people like, wait, we're getting fairies? No. No, it's just fun. It's only in our dreams. We have fairies in our dreams, sure. Maybe not so much in real life. Okay. Okay, I don't know. Something like that, maybe? We'll see. I don't know if I like this build yet. But again, we're just starting. Oh, hate that. Absolutely despise that. Maybe I make you smaller so it's like lined up appropriately. And I do like something like this over the front door. I don't really, it's so, that being the front is like not good, you know? I don't know if this is gonna work. I guess we have there's a lot of options for like roof decor and stuff that we could try. I don't know. I don't know. We shall see, we shall see. Snowy Escape also has some like really nice staircases and stuff that we could try. Are dormers allowed? Like building them or just the fake ones? People that do dormers will often build them with half walls and then cover it with roofs so you can't tell it's a half wall, because half walls are allowed. So, but you can kind of do whatever you want. Okay, I'm building this with walls just so I can delete them and have the foundation already placed. Okay, nobody panic. Nobody panic. All right. Ooh. I wanted like a little bit of covering on that part. And then I'm picturing like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this or not. This is the problem. When you try and like retrofit a shell into something else, it always seems a little bit off, you know? It's really hard to make it work and like have it actually make sense. Okay, I'm picturing that over this way, I might get a little bit of a, can you submit more than one shell? Friend, if you are inspired, you can build as many shells as you want. You can do whatever you would like. Again, the goal is always for you to feel inspired by this. So you do whatever you want to with it. Okay, maybe there could be a back door over here. And that might be all right. Okay, the roofing on this is kind of like not my vibes. I don't like it very much. I know what I'm going for. I'm just trying to have the front of this be like a different side than I originally wanted, so I'm throwing myself off a little bit. Okay. You think it's interesting in a good way? All right, that's good to know. I'm glad that you think so. We'll cover up a lot of that too. Here's a fun little tidbit. When I did the builds for Snowy Escape, there was a roof trim that they were going to add in, and then for some reason took out and got rid of. I don't really know why. I assume there might have been like a visual glitch or something with it, but there was a different roof trim that they were going to add in and then took out. Are we doing anything else this stream or just Tessa's shell? Tessa, who's Tessa? I'm doing Simsie's shell. Texas! Maybe they mean Texas. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. I got it. No, so we're probably gonna be building the whole stream today. I was like, Tessa. Is there a simmer named Tessa that I'm like, I don't know? And they have a shell challenge? I don't think I want to do the blue roof. I might change my mind about that. I don't think I want to have the black fence either. Okay. We'll do a wooden one though. I actually think that like the wood color from the fence, while slightly different, kind of works okay with this color of wood still. You know what I mean? So I feel okay with that. After Vibes. Oh my god, Tessa from After. Ugh, horrible film series. Don't watch it. You've been warned. Oh, yikes. Should I extend this out? Should I extend this out even more then? I'm feeling as though maybe that is better from like a front of the building perspective. I think that helps with it being a little bit bigger. Okay. I don't know what color it's gonna be. I do like this color roof, but I don't know if that matches well enough. And I think the blue is not the vibes that I'm going for. Maybe we do like a reddish color. Eh. You think keep the blue roof? Oh, am I gonna get bullied for it though? Are they gonna say everything Lil Simsie builds is blue? Bullied is a strong word. I'm kidding about that part, but is it gonna be like a thing? I don't know. Okay. Cover that up there. That helps. I think the blue looks good though. It is kind of a nice color. Oh, that's... Wait, how do you... What do you do about the end of it? And what color do you put on the outside? I guess any color on the outside will probably be fine. This is the problem, at least with the brown trims, there is like a matching end piece. This one doesn't have a matching... We're using this kind of like light brown everywhere. I don't know. We'll see what we can do. Again, there's no reason that we have to keep this if we end up not liking it. We can just delete it. Like there's no... We're not stuck. We can do whatever we want. That's the beauty of it all. Okay. Brown and blue is an underrated combo. Yeah, I actually kind of think so too. We can keep it. We'll make it work. I don't know. You're on your first bulldoze of the shell 5 minutes in. All right, it's time to keep score. I have not bulldozed yet, not to brag, but... Would a darker brown look good with the blue? Yeah, there are darker browns. I don't know if I should use them. Part of the concern here is finding one that it matches appropriately to the fence, because the fence is from a different pack. So we're concerned about finding a shade of brown that matches across all these different stupid items that have all these stupid swatches that don't match each other. You see how, like, I personally am of the opinion that that one looks okay, but I actually think that's wrong. I'm of the opinion that nothing matches in this game, so we have to make do with what we can. I don't know if I like the light. I think I like the light brown better, actually. I don't know. The light brown is speaking to me more. We'll keep it. We can always change it. Again, we're not stuck. Anything could change at any time. That's the beauty of a challenge like this. Okay. I'm gonna get some lighting inside. Is there dormers that match this roof? No. There are not. There are some, like... I mean, we can look through all of the Snowy Escape stuff, but there's not dormers. We have a couple things like these pieces, which are like decorative wall things. They're not dormers that go in the roof. There was discussion from us about putting like something along these lines up here, like a little tiny roof piece. I don't know if that's good or not, but we had kind of talked about doing that ourselves. So what we do have are these cool trim pieces that of course don't match without clipping. Is there any music? Yeah, there's really slight Sims 2 soundtrack going on. Oh, that's gonna clip too. Just don't look at it that closely, okay? If I were to put like a half wall here, do you think that I could make do with that a little bit better? What is that doing? Oh, I see. Its overhang is bigger. I'm kind of wondering about doing something so we can hide this half wall, but yeah, I built this shell cache. We built this like 20 minutes ago, and now we're trying to decorate it. When did the music come? I only turned it up slightly. Some of the songs are louder than others, so it's possible that you just couldn't like really hear it that well a second ago, and now you can. Okay, that's an interesting theory. I wonder if we can make that fence color work. That's a different shade of wood, but I wonder if we could swap all of the wood to be like light instead of this like more brown toned color, because that might match more stuff from other packs, and that's maybe okay. I don't know. Daisy, Little Sam, thank you for the subs. We try it maybe at least and then see how it goes. You think the light is better? Okay. That's good to know. Let me swap all of them. You like the lighter one? Okay, we can stick to the lighter one. I don't know about the roof trim. Unfortunately, our color options are not so good. I almost think the one we have right now matches best. It might be easier to decide that part once we've done more of the building. We can always come back to that part. Doesn't need to be decided right now. Okay, I think that helps making this wall make sense. So that's good. We can also put this back to a matching foundation. Is there a blue roof trim? No. Unfortunately not. Frank, Daisy, thank you for the subs. There's really not much of what we desire in this one. It's rough. It's real rough out here trying to find stuff that matches appropriately. You'll soon understand. Oops, no. Spandrel goes like here and here. I think I will use that. I need to put, because I want the spandrel to go on top of this part. Okay. That's cool, right? You think the dark foundation for contrast looks nice? Oh, really? I didn't like it, the darker foundation. To me, I think the blue is the contrast that we're looking for, but we'll see. You liked the contrast, Tilly? I don't know, oh dear. Okay, not that then. I didn't like the foundation not matching. That's not my vibes. I don't think I want to do that part. Okay, something like that's okay. And I guess there would be like a little staircase there. I probably don't want it to be that big though. Maybe just like that much. Okay. And maybe we could put staircase back here too. Okay. I could get myself some columns. I think that looks nicer. Maybe. I do stand by the fact that this is probably better as the front of the build, but I'm trying really hard to have the front of the builds be different from like the obvious front. And that's maybe not smart, but it's what I'm doing. Riley Lay, thank you for the subs. Also, if you guys actually hate the foundation, bear in mind that there's gonna be a bunch of landscaping covering the foundation. So it will change. Like the foundation's not gonna be as visible as it is right now, I guess. So don't worry too much about that. Okay. I shall use this little door here. I love that door. I think that's so cute. Have we saved yet? No. That's a good idea. Maleficent and Riley and Lay, thank you for the subs. Ooh. Yikes. Okay. You liked the foundation? Okay, good. That's good. I don't know how we're gonna lay out this house. I guess this is nice because this part back here could be a good space for the bedroom. And that might help us with our weird layout problems. We'll figure that out. Or maybe there should be no bedroom down here and only upstairs. I kind of want to have a kid's bedroom. Oh God, I don't know. I'm thinking about the outside first. Let's do windows. And then we can come back. I'm okay with that, I think. I don't know. Yeah, the Snowy Escape stuff is beautiful. Snowy Escape has, in my opinion, some of the best build mode items in the game. The window selection is so good. Like genuinely unmatched, the window selection. It's really nice. Well, not unmatched. I guess, like, you know, Seasons has good windows too, but in a different way, so. Do you think that's okay if it's kind of clipping with the roof just a tiny bit? I don't think I personally care that much if it's clipping a tiny bit with the roof. Big windows there? Big windows here? Okay. You can put two shells together, right? Yeah, if you really wanted to do that, you could. We're quite flexible with options with the shell challenge because I want you guys to be able to be creative. So some people like to smush two of them together and put it all in one lot to try and do something bigger. It's totally up to you though. We really want you to experiment, I guess. Maybe we do it, oops, can't intersect fences. Maybe I'll put the staircase like here in this little corner. Although, oh, maybe I should have kept it how it was before. Is it a tiny home? It was a tiny home. It is no longer a tiny home because I put so many things on the edges. So, but it was. Can you mirror the shell? I probably would say that that's against the rules. But if that's something that you really, really want to do, I would encourage you to do it just because we want you to be creative and try cool stuff, you know? But I would probably say that technically mirroring the shell would be probably against the rules. But if you have like a really cool idea and you really want to do it, go for it. Okay. Destiny, Mikey, and Pixie, thanks for the subs. How do I come up with a shell shape? Oh, just by experimenting, I guess. Messing around with different options until we figure out something that sort of works. Okay, this is extremely tight. Obviously, as you can see. I'm wondering if maybe it's okay that it's extremely tight. I might have to move the staircase. Because if it's extremely tight like this, maybe it gives us like kind of an interesting space for a really small room. So that would be a bedroom, that would be a bathroom. I don't know. I don't know if that's good or not. This part being separate is good. Maybe this should rotate like, hold on. Try it this way instead. That might be better this way. Although, I don't know. This almost like, oh, actually, I wonder if... Okay, maybe this becomes... I mean, this is like pretty clearly a one bed, one bath sort of situation, but I kind of want to have a small second bedroom up here, so... That's interesting though. Maybe? I don't know. Yeah, you can change the height of the walls if you want to. We let people do that if they're wanting to. So you're welcome to try. This house is quite small, so what I'll say is this. If you put medium wall height up, the staircase is gonna be even harder to fit. Because medium wall height with the staircase is quite difficult at times, because the staircase has to be way bigger. I don't know. No bathroom upstairs and 2 bedrooms only. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm leaning towards right now, is having a bathroom downstairs. I gotta figure out if I can fit the bathroom I want downstairs first, but kind of what I'm leaning towards right now is 2 bedrooms up here. This would be like a really small bedroom, obviously. And then, I don't know, a bathroom downstairs. Somehow, some way. There could be a bathroom here. I could do smaller windows in that, and it could be like a really skinny bathroom. No, Isaac, when we built for the pack, I did not name the lots. They already had the lot names picked out way before we ever started building. They tell you what to build, who's gonna live there, what it sort of like what the vibes they want it to be like is. They really plan this stuff, and then they ask you to build it. Kind of like if you hired like an artist, like commissioned an artist, and then, you know, ask them, hey, can you draw this picture of my cat? Here's what I want it to look like. That's kind of how The Sims works when they do when they like commission a simmer to do the builds for their expansion packs. Could I possibly fit a bedroom downstairs? Yeah, so that's the other idea, is to have this be a second bedroom. That was like the original plan, but I'm not 100% sure if I want to do that or not. So we're gonna experiment a bit more. I think I'm gonna have the kitchen be like this way. The fridge could totally go in this little nook. And that would actually be really nice. Okay. Maybe I could have it like that. Okay. I don't know, I don't really like using only snow escape stuff in here. That wasn't my intention, but... Oh, this is clipping weird from the... Okay, I'll try and put something on top of that. Kind of tight. Well, it's a tiny house, so it's gonna be tight no matter what. I'm prepared for that. Okay, I think what I'm actually gonna do is have the bathroom be upstairs, and we'll do 2 bedrooms. And then, well, I don't know how exactly I want to do this, but, oh, weird. Weird. I'm wondering if I could like steal some space, but then I want the living room to be, I gotta redraw these walls. I don't know if this is gonna work. I'm not really sure. Okay. That's obvious choice for the bedroom, but that makes the living space really small. Because I want to have room to have some sort of living room in here. Obviously, I have these bar stools, so that's difficult. I guess I don't have to have the bar stools, because we could potentially put the dining room like back here in this corner, a little bit underneath the stairs. It would be hard to find a placement for the door if I did it like this, but I don't really know what the alternative is. Okay. Maybe I build the wall like that. Okay, this is kind of weird. Just hold on. Just wait for it, okay? Wait for it. Maybe the... Oh, that's kind of a little bit too big. But that's okay. I might just deal with it. We'll alt place it wherever is necessary. And imagine like the living room is kind of angled that way. Because we could have that again. And there's still enough space to walk around. Okay, maybe. The floor plan of shell challenges is always the hardest part, because you normally when you're doing a build, you can move stuff around and like adjust the walls as you need to, but obviously with a shell challenge you cannot do that, so you're kind of stuck with what you've got in a shell like this. I think that makes sense. I could scoot this back a bit too, so there's enough walking space. Yeah, you can add half walls outside, Skyla. Half walls I consider to be like fences, so you can do half walls wherever you want. It's more just that I don't really want you to use full walls, like to add space onto the exterior. Oops. Okay. Constantly trying to fix the foundation. Full wall outbuildings. Yeah, you can do that always. That's fine. If you want it to have like a shed, as long as it's not touching. It can't touch. That's the main thing. If the island is there, you don't need a dining room. Yeah, but I would like to have a dining table. Obviously, we don't need to have one, but I would like to have one. So I'm still gonna put a dining table. I think it's nice to have. All right. I have an idea. This might be a bad idea, but I kind of want to use some more of that, of this in here. Come back. Come back. Should I put this on the corner of the fridge too, on this side? I kind of like the idea of that. It does make it a little bit annoying for gameplay, but isn't that fun? I don't know. We get our nice thingy there. We have a nice sink there. It's a cool build feature, I would say. Of course, this doesn't come in the color that I want it to. Everything about this is very neutral. I guess we could use the dark blue rug to match the blue roof outside. What about over the fridge? Oh, we could do it over the fridge too. That would make it look kind of built in. I mean, it could be over the fridge instead as well. The problem is it's a little bit too... I don't think it looks as good there. We'll put something else over the fridge. It's not only base game and Snowy Escape. I guess it kind of is so far. But I'm not going to only use the base game and Snowy Escape because I want to get... I mean, I might use some like flooring from other packs and various things like that. So I'm not holding myself to that. I do like this flooring. I think that's all right. I think I might make these doors be a lighter color. So it's not so wood. Yeah, this rug is one of my favorite rugs too. It's a really good rug. Gabby, Peach, Pepper, thank you for the subs. Okay. Yeah, this rug color looks good with the light wood. I think that's all right. These are not my vibes. Not at all. Oh, there's still a fence in front of the fridge. In Christine's words, the fridge is in jail, apparently. That wasn't on purpose. Okay. Yumi, it did. Thank you so much for the resub. 31 months. I appreciate that. The fridge was in trouble. Yeah, totally. I guess if we wanted to, we could try to keep it just Snowy Escape and base game. Do you think I should do that? try to limit the packs a bit more. Is that a good idea, or is that not worth it? Because we could. Is that fence backyard stuff? Oh, wait. This fence is already from Perfect Patio. Oh, never mind, everybody. We've already used Perfect Patio. So no. And Seasons. I already used Seasons. I guess I could change it, but I like the fence. So maybe I won't do that. I'll try to keep it slightly limited, okay? I won't do anything like too much. How about that? It's sad for people who don't have Snowy Escape. What if I only use Snowy Escape? That is a wild take. I've never heard someone say that it's bad to use only one pack. If you wanted to download this house and you don't have Snowy Escape, I sincerely apologize, but it's not gonna work. If you don't have Snowy Escape, everything from this house is Snowy Escape, so it's not gonna look right. The Snowy Escape is like bare minimum necessity for this one in particular, unfortunately. For other builds, it would be different, but this one is it's like all Snowy Escape, so. We don't have space for this either because the house is so small. I wonder if I could put it, because they have only the small one of the kotatsu table, right? Hold on. I wonder if I could put it over here or if it would be too tight with the front door. It's a little tight with the front door. I'm missing a pillar by the fridge. Oh, I am. Did it? Oh, it brought itself outside again. That's why. They keep moving themselves outside. I think that this is okay. We could use it in the darker color too. And that should be okay. I'm not worried about this. This will function. They can get around that. I would put a bigger table there and it should be fine. But we'll play test it at the end. You don't think it looks too tight? Okay, good. I'm glad. What else do we have? Maybe we could put this on this wall because it's kind of small. We're looking for something that tries to bring in some of the blue color. I kind of like that with the picture of the mountain. That's actually really pretty. This whole place is very, like, the coloring in here is very serene. You know? It's like really nice inside. It's nice color scheme. Maybe I could only do like a small TV. Yeah, Snowy Escape has some of my favorite wood textures in the whole game. It has some really good stuff. You know the bookshelf? I'm picturing the bookshelf. Oh, this is cute. I wonder if I could, if I put that there, they probably can't walk in, right? Okay. Maybe that could go over here and I could size it down though. Maybe. We'll move it around. It's fine. We don't need to decide just yet. I am looking for this bookshelf. This is gonna be like a TV too high sort of situation, but it might not be too bad. This one's from Get to Work, this TV. But that's kind of okay if I put it like on the shelf like that. So then it, you know, fits, it's walkable. You can still use it. Crystal, Abby, Gabby, thank you for the subs. Let me try and fix my hair. Hold on, it's bothering me. Underneath my headphones, I always get so annoyed with my hair. Because she like, you know. Will it fit in that opening in the lower left? Oh, like down here? Oh. Yeah, I guess that's a better height for the TV for like viewing purposes. If we wanted to put it there, we could do that. Okay. That's even better. I kind of like that. And that's like perfect height for you to watch it. Does this come in a blue? No, of course it doesn't. That would be too easy. Okay. Looks like a built-in. Yeah, it kind of does. That's what I like about it, I think. Maybe we could get a piece of art up here. Okay. Oh, we could do like a radio. That's true. We could try and fit in a radio somewhere. We could even try to fit one of the ones that maybe... Oh, these don't want to slot anywhere good. Is it? Do you think it's weird to put this up here? It does come in a blue color. Okay. I don't know. I don't love that item, but I don't love how it looks, I should say, but I like the function of it, so. This is not one of the chairs from Snowy Escape, but it does sort of match the wood, and I like the shape of this one a bit better. I might try and use that one so we can bring in a bit more color. No. Is that radio a pre-order bonus? This one. Groove Tube wireless speaker. Was it a pre-order bonus? I don't think so. Oh, it was a pre-order? Oh, that's the high school year's early purchase item. Oh no. Should I use a different one? That is inconvenient. I guess we could use like the Lindsay speaker. Can I size it down? I don't know. I like how simple that one is. Use the other one from high school years. Oh, this one from Growing Together is pretty good too. That's not an early bonus item, is it? What, you don't slot up there? You're kidding. The bigger one does, but this one does not. You don't slot on this shelf either? What, do you slot on anything? You should be ashamed. It is floating a little bit. I'm just gonna let it, okay? Because it's a functional speaker, so. Yeah, I never use that thing, so I'm not familiar with how poorly it slots. That's really bad. Justice Twirl, thank you for the subs. That's real annoying. You don't think radios work if you alt place them? Are you sure? Because if so, that's really, really agitating. I think it should be okay, kind of like TV. They do work? Okay, that's what I thought, that they did work, but good to check. Blooming Rooms kit. I want to get a hanging plant, I think. For right here. I don't know if that's good. I might try this with the cherry blossom swatch. And then use this hanging plant behind it. What do we think about that? I think that's okay. We can make this work. Some work and some don't. That makes sense. I mean, it's The Sims. Some things work and some things don't. That is the, that's the whole thing, isn't it? Okay. What else? Maybe we could try to get, let me look through some more of the Snowy Escape stuff. Because I do have, oh, I guess I have some more kitchen things. Actually, wait. Yeah, sorry guys, this is not a limited pack build anymore. The limited pack thing, that ship has sailed. I guess I'll use that. And then Snowy Escape. I want to put some of the like little clutter stuff. So like some of these things. Maybe some of the plates. I might not use the Snowy Escape plates though, because I might be able to get one that stacks better. I don't know. Should I size that down? No, keep it. I like it. Where's the shelf from? The shelf is from Snowy Escape. Much like literally everything we've been using in here. We put Snowy Escape stuff everywhere right now. But this shelf is also from Snowy Escape. Yeah, I might use the Home Chef Hustle plates instead, because the Home Chef Hustle ones might, they stack so they fit a little bit better. Which is probably a good thing. Oh, too far over. Oh, too far over. Okay, and then maybe I try the, like the kettle. Why does the background music sound distorted? It doesn't on my end. Is it possible that whatever you're listening on just makes all of the audio sound weird, and maybe this song is just weird? Because maybe the song just sounds distorted to you and it's actually not, but it just sounds like it. Sounds fine to you? Okay. I don't know. That's weird. I don't have an answer for why that is happening then. We could put this in the kitchen. I think that's kind of a nice touch. I actually like the colors of it too. Oh, spice rack. Let's try and put that up on the shelf. Go down one. Maybe I like lower it so it fits the spice rack better. And we stack up a couple little plates somehow. It's not really fitting that well. That's okay. I'm worried about putting too much in the kitchen. I think that's my current concern. Maybe I put the plates down. Come here, go away. Sort of like that maybe, and I could move the shelf to fit it better. That's all right. And then upstairs we'll, or upstairs on the top shelf, I mean, we can put some more stuff. Okay. I don't know. Maybe the cookbook? Should it be playable or not? Like your build? You don't have to have your build be playable. If you want it to, like if you have an idea for something that's not playable, like sometimes people, I'll give an example of this alien house that somebody made once before, like a long time ago. The alien house was not playable because it was like totally floating and stuff. But it was like a really impressive, really cool alien house. You know, and so at the end of the day, the goal is just like for you to have fun doing a build. If that involves you needing the build to not be like completely perfectly functional or whatever, you do whatever you need to do for it to be cool for you, you know? Sometimes people like clutter stuff up and it's not like technically playable or whatever. I don't think that matters too much. It's like the point of this is to have fun doing a build, so. And you're making this for you. I'm not gonna be like, oh, your sim can't walk around there, so ruined. You know, I don't really care. One busy mouse, Rosie, thank you for the subs. Playable if your sim can teleport. See, there you go. That's the spirit. Yeah, sometimes building it just to build is fine. A lot of people, they I don't know, you don't need to worry about every single one of your builds being functional, you know? Like, playing The Sims also entails just building. You don't need to make sure everything works perfectly every time. Because if you have like a creative idea, you're still playing The Sims. It's playable because you're playing in it right now while you build it. I know that's not what they mean by playable, but what I'm trying to say is if you have a creative idea, it's okay if it's non-functional, if it just looks cool. Because sometimes just building to build is fun. Okay. I love this kitchen. I think that's really nice. I wonder if I should try to do some like cool lighting above the thing right here. Or if that's too weird. Maybe I could put that above this though, instead. It's probably a little bit distracting. Oh, it's not as bad as I thought. Never mind. I thought it was gonna be like more visually in your way. Does it not come in this swatch? It doesn't match the wood? Okay. Why? Why would they do that? It's not all metal, it's wood. It matches all of the other wood swatches. Not this one though. That's why I'm complaining. It's because it matches all the other ones, but not this one. Okay, so I wish that I had like an in-between size on this. Do you guys think it's okay if it's like right in front of the door? I don't know. Maybe I should bring a sim so we can test it. You know, and Mish and Clayton, thank you for the subs. I'm gonna find out. Come here, random tester sim, who I happen to have in the save. Oh, you have no furniture on your lot. Okay, too close to the stairs maybe? Yeah, but I don't really care about that too much visually. I like how it looks centered and I like how the rug looks, so I'm just gonna test it. Come here. Would you like to come upstairs? No. Oh wait, maybe this is it though. Would you like to come upstairs? Aha, it was the mailbox. She's fine, she can get up. I think this is okay. I don't dislike this. I actually kind of think it looks cool like this. I don't know about you. All right. Well, she thinks that the place is poorly decorated. Oh, and the music does work. She's playing it right now. Get out. It's just tight, but that's okay. It's a tiny house, so. Oh yeah, I can put the big windows back again too, because it's not a bathroom there anymore. That will help. The bigger windows will be good. I am wondering about like some sort of maybe like an ottoman thing, or wait, maybe from Dream Home Decorator we could get like one of those little cube shelves. I wonder if I could like, go away. I wonder if I could build this out so it looks like a under the window. Is that clipping at all? No. Well, of course the wood colors do not match. We could do it in white instead. I don't know if that's a good idea. These shelves have weird shadowing on them, which is always kind of annoying to me, but I don't know. The light wood fits. Yeah, I think so too, but it's not quite the same color. There's like 3 different tones of wood in that corner now with the light wood. The Book Nook kit maybe is better. But also, it might not fit either. Because that also has like a different color of wood. That kind of has the like built-in under window bench thing, which is also good. So I don't know. We try that. Maybe I get like this little basket in the middle somehow. Looks fine with more tones. Okay, that's good to know that you think that. Ooh, come here. Back away. Oh, you don't want to back away? Okay. Oh, okay. Oh my. Everyone in the game is kind of testing me right now. Does my merch deliver to the UK? Unfortunately, my merch store is closing down. I'm going to be switching merch companies. So it did deliver to the UK, but right now, nowhere. I don't have a merch company right now. So, okay. Oh, not solo, thanks for the 12 months, and Airs and Ghost, thank you for the subs too. Okay. Different color wood doesn't matter that much. I'm glad that you think so. It's fine. I think it's looking okay. Trash can? They're gonna have only an outdoor trash can. They won't have a trash can inside in here. Oh. That deleted my plates. We're gonna probably have to fix those plates about 10 times, everybody. Get ready. We're gonna be non-stop replacing those and putting them back and deleting them and putting them back. Okay. Yeah, it always does that. It's not really new, unfortunately, it doing that. Okay, let's look at more of the wallpapers, I guess, from Snowy Escape then. So I stream every day except for Sundays. Sometimes I stream on Sundays, like last Sunday I streamed, just kind of like a fun bonus stream, but I stream every day except for Sundays. So like I'll be here tomorrow too. 6 days a week. Snowy Escape. Around this time as well. Okay, I'm okay with doing some like light paneling. I think that everything being kind of wooden is good. I think it's like very relaxing vibes with the wood colors everywhere. I'm really into that, I think. Maybe not in there, but we could always have more wood on certain walls. Kind of like a accent thing. What if I did this and then made this thing white on purpose? That might be okay, because then it matches the white of the counters. Don't like that one. Okay. Princess, thanks for 26 months. All right. I feel okay about this. I'm liking the vibes. We do want to get maybe like a magazine of some sort. I want those. Magazine. Home design magazines, I guess. No. Okay, that's fine. I don't use Reshade, no, Nathan. I don't really do anything at all to mod my game or to, what about that one with the white on it? I don't know. I really only have 2 mods, UI Cheats and MC Command Center. Otherwise, I don't do anything really to like adjust the visual appearance of my game or really any gameplay mods at all. I don't really use anything, so the game just looks like this. I'm wondering, because I really like this thing, but I don't want to use the same one twice. Let me look at the one from the rent pack, because this one is like taller and skinnier. Might fit well on this wall. Well, that's pretty actually. I like that one. Do those look okay together? I think so. Make the living room more simple. It has a lot of details and it's distracting. Okay. Ouch. Maybe it's that painting. No, I can have a white thing still. I think this is cute. Should we put some, maybe we could get some like animal food bowls. It's really not, it's so pretty. Okay. Mixed signals. Getting a lot of mixed answers here from people. Okay, the pet food bowls could be cute right there. That's a good space for them. Maybe they could have a cat. If I put their the cat's litter box underneath the stairs, will it use it? That is the dream. I don't know if they're smart enough to, though. You think so? Yes? It has when you've put it there? Okay. So I think they can get in through that area, because maybe I could put, like... Maybe if I put it, like, here, more, I don't know. I want them to go underneath the whole thing. What I want to do right here is get, like, a table of some sort, and then put something on it. I don't know what. Just something. Because I want to have, like, a... That's way too big. The bunny? I don't know, something decorative, I guess. Would Sims be able to clean it? No, but I would use the laser litter if we're gonna put it all the way down here. Something simple like the bowl probably isn't even that bad. You guys are you're thinking not out of the box enough. You ask, how would you clean the litter storage? My friends, just delete it and buy a new one. You can just move it in build mode too to clean it. But I don't know if the Sims cats can actually use that, so I might have to test that. When I've tried that before, it didn't work, if I'm being honest with you. I have done that before. I'm picturing, if you guys remember, in my old Legacy house, the one that I was playing with for the Bell family on YouTube, like ages ago, the pink one, they had a litter box under the stairs, and that one didn't really work, the understairs litter box, so I had to delete it. But, we can just pretend it works. You could just pretend it works, I guess. I mean, that's probably bad advice, but I suppose, yes, you could do that. What if I gave them like a cute little ottoman here? I don't know. Shift click make happy. No, I probably shouldn't even put it down there. It's an interesting idea, but I don't think the Sims are smart enough to use it. So, I am liking how this downstairs area looks. This is like really good vibes to me. The color scheme and the wood. I like that light wood color and how there's wood everywhere. I really, really like that. Snowy escape. Oh, never mind. If I wanted to put a tile in here, should we try something like that? Or should we do like a big wide tile? Maybe the wider tile in like a light blue color. That might be okay. I don't know. I have an idea. I want to get a different ceiling light that maybe looks a little bit more interesting. I like this one. I might use that in some of the spaces that could benefit from a like proper ceiling light. something visible. Okay, I'm intrigued by this. I'm kind of intrigued also by the thought of doing the bookshelf thing again. Because I kind of liked that. We could get bigger ones. And I could put them underneath this. Could still be in the white color. And that could be a good use of the space. Who's gonna live here? I don't know. We haven't really thought about that part. We've mostly just been thinking about like, oh no. We've mostly, well, hold on. Can you guys all go in here for a sec? So I can just decorate this on my own. In my own time. Is there a light in the kitchen? Yeah, the kitchen light is actually hidden within this spandrel. It's like in this, so you can't see it. It's one of those tiny ones, like that light. Okay. So maybe we get a couple little books. You're making chicken mozzarella for dinner, so excited. Ooh, that'll be good. Me and Dan are gonna make pizza tonight, because guess what? It's drag race night. And drag race night means pizza. I don't make the rules, that's just how it works. Okay. You literally just ordered pizza, really, Christine? That's fun, I like that. Okay, I'm not obsessed with those books, actually. I liked the idea of them at first, but I don't think it's gonna work for this. Maybe I do this basket instead. I do like this book basket, book box thing. Maybe I put this here too, like a little tray for them. Okay. I don't know. Blueberry, thanks for the 64 months, and Ace, and Tino, and Aishi, thank you for the subs too. You just made pizza dough? Nice. I like making pizza. I think it's fun. I like to make the dough from scratch too. Oh no. Snowy Escape, if I remember correctly, only has a tub? And, well, and the toilet, obviously. Does it have a sink? And we know we have the tub. I think I might try and get it in the matching wood color. We know we have the toilet. Is there a sink? No. That's okay. We shall make do. Yeah, it has the shower too, but I don't think I'm gonna use this shower in the house. When I said only the tub, I meant like it didn't, well, I was trying to say it doesn't have a sink. It doesn't have a matching sink in the set, but that didn't come across correctly. That's what I was trying to ask. But that's okay, because we have other options. Since I don't like them. So that's no good. Well, maybe they have no window there. Toilet's glowing. Yeah, because it has like a bidet and stuff on it. So that's why. Of course, that's the wrong color too. I wonder if I could put this sink like completely in the corner like this. And if we can make that work. Because if so, that might be interesting. Maybe the toilet could go like over here. Let me see if the sim can get in here. Matching kitchen counter with sink. Yeah, but that sink is very kitchen sinky. And this one, I like this a little better because it's small and bathroom appropriate. Okay, get out. That worked. That was good. Yeah, I think it's close enough, the wood tone that is on there. I think it works. It's fine. Let's use the same color that we had downstairs. I like that because it matches the tile quite nicely. And then, does Snowy Escape have any sort of window coverings that might be good for this? We do have bamboo blinds. And I am okay with those. It's just kind of tight. Let me look at more Tiny Living because that also matches. In Tiny Living, we have like this cute thing. So, oh, I kind of like this and it's functional. It's only small, but they have a nice wave swatch on these. Yeah, we could use that nice wave swatch if we wanted to. That brings in some more color. Okay. I think that's good. Is that, scoot that over just a bit more. Okay, so this bedroom will be the kids' bedroom and this one will be the primary bedroom. Bath mat. Yeah, I don't often put bath mats in my builds. I probably should, but I don't often do it because I don't always like how they look, you know? I kind of prefer how it looks without one. Should move the shelf closer to the tub. Well, I prefer how it looks above the toilet. It's okay that it has the loofah. I often put it above the toilet. You can still use it in the tub and then hang it back up afterwards. We have a door, yeah, it's down here. This is the downstairs bedroom door, right here. All is well. Missing a toilet paper roll. We can add one in. I don't really care, but... Never put a bath mat of any kind? Yeah, I don't really care about that either. Okay, Snowy Escape again. I want to use the Snowy Escape beds. I'll use one in here and then one down here. Okay, this is gonna be a little bit tight. And unfortunately, not a lot of options for bed placement. Simsie wants her Sims to slip in the bathroom. Yeah, apparently. She's encouraging dangerous behavior. Okay. So the idea I have right now is to put the little tiny living... Oh, never mind. The tiny dream home decorator one then. Something like this. On either side of the bed. Maybe in that color scheme. The lighting on the dream home decorator stuff is always so weird. Could use a 4 rent rug. I think the rent rugs have too much pattern. I don't think that's what I want for this. There's like not really, there's barely any pattern. It's very subtle and like all one color basically when there is pattern in here. So I don't think I want to use the rent rugs because they're a bit bigger. Anyway. Okay, so I think I want them to have a desk. That was the other thing. Snowy Escape. We don't have a computer anywhere else. So if you wanted to play here, it would be useful to have a computer somewhere. That's not good. Different chair will have to be used. I think there's a tiny side table in Snowy Escape. It's not really tiny. The Snowy Escape table, it's like skinny horizontally, but it's not really tiny enough to fit here. I don't know if you can see that. If scooted into the wall, it would work, but it's not quite tiny enough for this space, annoyingly. It would be nice if it was, but... Yeah, the Snowy Escape desk is a really nice size because it is quite small, this desk, so it's easy to fit places. Let's do that. We also want to have a dresser somewhere. And I think the Snowy Escape dressers are quite big. Just rotate it the other way. What, you want me to put it like against the wall? My fear is that if we do something like this, it's kind of strange how it's long and horizontal. I just don't really feel like that's gonna work in here. I don't think that's gonna fit properly. Again, it's a good idea in theory, but I don't think that it really works in this particular space. Okay, yikes. Oh, you're just saying that's what you do? Okay. Yeah, I mean, it works for other places, but I think it's too tight in here. I don't know. I don't think I'll do that this time. It's a good idea, though. Good to keep that nightstand in mind, too, because I kind of forgot how small it was. It is a good size for this kind of thing. The other chair was better. What, the Snowy Escape one? Or the Snowy Escape one? I kind of wanted to use a different one that maybe had some more color to it. I might want to use... I really actually do like this dresser. Can I... How far into the wall can I scoot this? Oh, I can scoot that really far into the wall, actually, because there's a roof there to help cover it. So that's interesting. If we wanted to, we could try and fit all of this furniture. Reverse placements? What, like put this one over there? It covers the window. That bothers me. So that's why I didn't do that. And the dressers do work size down, but I don't know if I like it. I don't know. I'm okay with the furniture being too big for the room. That doesn't really bother me. We'll get a pretty plant. Yeah, I like how you can see the folded clothes. I think that's kind of cool through the like slats there. Okay. Looks too tiny size down. Do you think so? I was okay with it being big. I know some people didn't like it, but I was kind of okay with it being big. I'm okay with it taking up space. I think it's kind of fun. The rent dresser comes in the same wood swatch. The rent dresser is a bit smaller, but oh, it's not quite the same. The rent dresser is a bit smaller, but I kind of want to use this one just because I don't really use that one very often. So that's kind of what I was leaning towards. Okay, that's really pretty. Let me do the shelf from Snowy Escape too. The wallpaper is Snowy Escape. So if you missed me saying it, I don't want to swap out the desk and the dresser placement because the dresser is too tall. It blocks the windows. So I've done it this way on purpose. It seems like people really don't like it. I'm getting some, my senses are telling me people do not like this placement, but I think it's okay. I don't think it's that big of a deal. So I don't know. I think it's nice to have the big one. Sometimes it's fun to have things that are like we were saying earlier, that are just like kind of too big for the space. You don't often get to do that, so. Okay, I'm gonna put a collection of books up here. And also this thing, this little miniature vine plant is one of my favorites. Oh no, let's do a candle instead. Wait, bathroom clutter kit. No one says that doing it like this is smart or safe for fires, by the way, just so you know. It's probably not the best thing that we could be doing, but we're gonna do it anyway. I like it. I think that looks nice. We love fire hazards, you know? That's what I always say. That seems nice enough. It's an electric candle. There you go, Christine. Exactly. It's an electric candle. Like one of those battery light ones. Yeah. Sure. Oh, should I have used this? Probably not. I don't like it in there. Is there any good wall space where this could go? Little single small walls. Maybe here might be okay. Or I guess that might actually look all right on the... I think that's okay on the stairs. That's kind of cool. They can't get to the bed with the shelf. Well, so they can get to the bed on this side, and I'm kind of okay with them scooting. Doesn't really bother me that much. Oops. Priority is for us to have, like... See? She can do it like that. It's no big deal. Oh, now she's gotten herself stuck, though. Well, come on, get in the bed. Oh, that's worse than I thought. I figured she would just scoot and not be silly. She is scooting and she's not scooting and being silly. This requires teleportation to escape from. So that's a problem. Just raising it up, fix it. I don't know if it would put the bed where the desk is. Yeah, but that, we're gonna have sort of like similar issues. No matter how you lay out the room, there's gonna be, like this way around, I'd wanna like put this stuff on this wall. It's like what we have to do is not use the thingy. I mean, we don't have to use the dresser. I just like the dresser, so I wanna keep it. But I don't know. This is maybe a smarter way to lay it out, technically. The dresser was just so cute. Well, and you could also put the bed against a wall, and the bed against the wall fixes everything about that problem. We could also use an actual snowy escape nightstand. I just don't like how it looks up against the wall, which is why I didn't do it before. It's not my preference with it scooted against the wall. Let's just say that. Why does this slot so weird? I might get myself a second thing. I might use this. Maybe a smaller dresser. No, I want to use that dresser. I mean, everyone keeps saying to use smaller dressers, so I understand why you were all saying that, but I want to use that dresser because it's the Snowy Escape one that I don't really use very often because it's so big. It's not the most logical of things to use, but yeah, I don't love the bed being sideways like this. Oops. Come here. Or scooted up against the wall like this, I should say, but maybe it is better like that. Because they should be able to get into it. They have to scoot, obviously. Come here. Wake up. Yeah. Turn it 90 degrees to the right. Well, I don't want to put the headboard on this wall because then we can't have a nightstand. And I don't want to put it on this wall because that ruins my stuff. So that's why I didn't do that on purpose too. I know I didn't talk it out with you guys, but I don't want to put it like that because then you can't have the nightstand. And then this way, same problem with the shelf. So I'm kind of okay with it like this. I don't really know how I feel, to be honest. Maybe, oh, you know what we could do? What if I put blinds in front of these windows? Oh, that's fitting really weird. What if I put blinds in front of these windows so it looks like the window is bigger? And not on these windows, because then we have some natural light still. Below the shelf, what, the bed? Putting it too close, they can't walk onto this side. And I like the shelf being centered. You guys, I'm okay with this. I'm getting a lot of like mixed mixed responses. People are telling me like 50 different things to try. This is functional. And I'm okay with how it looks. Obviously, it's less than ideal. But I like how the room looks. And this works. So I think best case scenario is that it's functional. And still looks fine. And I don't really like I've already sort of thought about the ideas that you guys are suggesting, and I don't really like them as much, so. It's a small house, so things are gonna be kind of weird about it. Marissa, I have not bulldozed a single time. I'm feeling pretty solid about this build today. No bulldozes from me just yet. Okay, all of the colors of this are bad. Let me look at it outside for a sec so I can look through them all. I don't really want to use the dark. I guess this one has a nice light pink color. I'm okay with that one. This is my favorite one. So maybe I will use that. Okay. Also, Marissa, thank you for the 76-month resub, and Celeste and Pirate and Lil Kale and Time Widow, thank you for the subs too. Okay. Let me see. From Snowy Escape, do you think I can use the same rug, but in a different color, or is it too much to have this rug like basically everywhere? Because it does have a nice purple color that kind of matches and is maybe good. The keys that I was just using to swap through the colors like that are the plus and minus key on the number pad on my keyboard. Unfortunately, it does not work not on the number pad. So that is how you do it though. Maybe this kid's like a scientist. There's a swatch with a frog in a snowsuit. How is plain pink your fave? Well, so you misunderstand. It has to do with the, it has to do, frog in a snowsuit is funny. It has to do with the color of the wood. It's the wood color that's throwing me. And that one has like the darker wood that I don't like as much. This one has like a nice skiing swatch that does kind of match the colors of the house, but I don't really know about that, you know? But that's more what I would use. I don't think that he is a frog. I don't really know for sure, but I don't think he's a frog. So, funny though. Yeah, I think he's supposed to be a mountain. I think that he's like a living mountain. He's like a mascot of the world. So, he's Mochi? Oh, I guess that makes more sense. I guess he's Mochi that also is a mountain. I think he's Mochi that's meant to look like a mountain. On purpose. That makes sense to me, that it would be both, to be honest. Because, like, you know how his, like, the top of his head is kind of, like, snow-capped? I think it's supposed to be probably both a little bit. I've never really thought that much about what he is. He just is. I mean, we can use this swatch. I'll just embrace the different wood color. I don't really mind too much. Maybe if I mix it with like white for the other accents. We can use the purple because there's purple in the mountains. Thought he was just a little guy. I mean, he is just a little guy. He still is just a little guy. Okay, let's see. I'm thinking right now some sort of dresser. I'm gonna scoot it into the wall to save us some space, but some sort of dresser will be good. Something preferably that matches. That's nice, that matches the color. I guess we could try and bring in the lighter blue then. I'm okay with that. But that's skinny and that fits in the corner, so that's good. And then, take this too. Just stick that in the corner. Maybe I will give them a teddy bear of some sort. I don't know. One that kind of brings in the colors we've been. I don't really like that though. Maybe I could just get a toy box. I kind of want this room to be kind of serene in color scheme too. But this isn't really screaming serene anymore, but it is like cute kids room vibes. So, are there any toys from Snowy Escape? No, but there are both of these. Okay, that's fine. Kids aren't serene. No, exactly. They can have a horse and they can have a rhino. Maybe a sheep. Okay. Okay. Nikki, thank you for the 18 months. Okay. What else? Anything from Snowy Escape for the walls that could be good? Oh, you know what we do have actually? That's the wrong one. This one. Well, actually, never mind. I was thinking this swatch, but the colors they don't match as well as I thought they did. Okay. Snowy Escape also has wall decals. Are there any cutesy ones or are they all mountainy? Oh my god. See, that's what we're looking for. That's the spirit. Is that okay, do you think? Scoot the headboard into the wall. Oh, we could do that, I guess, because that would help cover the wood color being wrong. Okay, maybe I make this whole thing wood. No, I don't like that. Maybe I make this whole thing a solid color. Like that. Is that too much, do you think? Okay, here's a new idea. What if we had like the bookshelves and I use that as a way to hide my headboard? Oh my god, of course it's because it's on a diagonal. But what if I tried to hide the headboard like that and made the headboard like in the books? Oh, it's clipping a smidge. Now that's floating just a bit. Is that okay? Or is it not so good? It's definitely clipping in a way that is really annoying. But that helps to hide it, right? And maybe that's good. Do we have a money limit? No, I do have a sim who's in the house right now, which is why you're seeing the like funds going down. But I'm gonna cheat more money once it runs out. We are not really using a limit of any sort. Do an accent wall on the wall with the bookshelves. Okay, so I had done the accent wall on this wall instead, because it was the wall where I had these little things. But I could put them on this wall and then put it all back around. I don't know what's better. Can Sims use the bed? Yeah, they should be able to. You can even scoot the bed into the wall. They're a little bit better about that than you think. See? You can fit a bed in 2 tiles if you need to. I've done some like 2x2 house builds before. I think maybe this accent wall is better. Of course the welcome wagon is happening right now. I can put an extra light in here too. The little poof I used upstairs. Oh, we could use this one too. Is this gonna fit at all? This one has like a little smiley face on it. It's hard to fit this in though. Yeah, I know, the sim that I'm playing with to playtest this is tense because she hates the decor. It's kind of offensive actually, but it's okay. I'll get over it. It'll be fine. My feelings are kind of hurt though. Snowy Escape again. I want to get like the little, I want this little plant and I want it to be like, come here. In the corner next to this thing. Oh. Okay. Is that gonna be the right height this time? I must have messed it up last time I was placing it. Yeah, that's the right height. Okay. Kiersey with the 53 months. Oh my goodness, hello, it's good to see you. What do we put on this wall? I am leaning towards maybe like, you know, from the kids' room pack. I'm trying to think because in this one, I still want it to match the vibes of the rest of the house and be like very serene inside, but still be like a nice kids' room. Do you think something like this would be cute? So they could have some trophies that they've maybe won? I don't know. Maybe they've won awards for like their science stuff that they do. Oh, maybe they've won science awards. Okay. I like that storyline. The kid has won some awards for their science projects. And they've got trophies from it. Or maybe they have skiing medals. I guess maybe that makes more sense. I don't know. Both are fine by me. Should I do the more colorful bookshelves? Probably for a kid's space. I need to get a lamp and I want to get maybe like another trophy. Chess, computer. Maybe they have a really nice trophy though. Oh, hold on. What if we got some of the Simmy capsules and we put them in their shelves? Perhaps. Perhaps. Okay. Snowy Escape again. Guys, there's been like multiple really weird messages in chat from like more than one different account in the last couple minutes. Kinda yucky, like gross things. What's happening today? Go away. Can we get a Simmy collection then? We could just put 2, I guess, if it doesn't want to place them. How about the Pit Beast? No, I want to have more of them. I want to have like a lot of Simmies. They are important to me. The kid needs a collection, you know? Where'd the, oh, there it is. I was like, where'd the other one go? They do need to be probably scooted over just a bit more. Like maybe that far over. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Okay. And then are there any other items that might be kind of good? Maybe like some of the base game decor stuff. I don't know, even like this guy. The ladybug's always fun. So that might be a nice touch. Okay. Ninja, thank you for the 31 month resub. I like this little room. Do you think it's okay? Do you think it needs more, or is it like good the way it is? I can't tell. I'm worried about it being functional still. Yeah, the bed is functional. You can scoot the bed even further into the wall and have it still be functional, if you did not know. Are curtains too much? Curtains might not be too much. I think my fear with the curtains are that like I have to scoot some things off the wall a bit more so it's not clipping, and I think that might bother me. You know? Oh, I should scoot this down a little bit more. The bookcase is clipping outside. Oh. Oh no! Oh, diagonal walls! Oh my god, that's ruining everything. You guys, I'm being so serious right now. That's actually ruining everything. Okay, we have to place everything differently and just do 2 of them. 'Cause the clipping that it was doing, that's bad. Okay, come here. Move out of the way. I'll just put 2 and then I'll put like something in the corner, I guess, to help keep it looking nice. I guess that can scoot off the wall a bit more too. Okay. So I want you to be about there and you to be about there. All right. This should be okay. I can get it all placed again, don't worry. I'll get it all fixed. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. 1, 2, 3. That might not be far over enough. Maybe like 1, 2, 3. All right, let's try that. Oh, in fact, it was too far over. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Let's try that. That's mostly okay, I would say. Maybe I put those like here. And then what if we put, I don't know. My initial thought was like some sort of skinnier bookshelf. Like, you know the locker one? Like what if we put like the locker thing in the empty space to fill it in? This room is not really what I was picturing anymore. We've kind of taken it in a different direction, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Okay, I'd probably want to move this little horse toy. The poof in the corner. I think, so the reason I wasn't going to use the poof in the corner is because I'm looking for something tall. I wanted to have something tall to help fill in like the empty space so that these guys can be centered. Is kind of what I was picturing. There is, like, from Tiny Living, there's a taller dresser, too. And that is potentially better. I don't know if it is or not, but then it's not like another bookshelf. So that could be better. Hard to say. I don't think I want to do a floor lamp. I don't really like that. The mirror, I think the mirrors, that was my other concept before you guys said dresser. But I don't think that the mirrors are gonna fit right either. Because it's quite skinny. You see that? Like, I think I'm okay with this. We could probably get them a cool lamp. Maybe they could have like a cool rocket ship lamp or something up here. And that could be a fun touch. That might be good. Oh, these are floating now. I guess I had, oh my God. The bed is clipping too now because of how I have changed it. This is not worth it. What we are doing right now is like actually not worth all of the energy. Okay. Kitchen cabinet, would that be weird? The kitchen cabinet is a good idea. The problem with the kitchen cabinet is it has the same issue that the original bookshelves did, where it's too wide so it'll clip with the walls. And we don't want it to clip with the walls. Okay, I'm stopping there. Okay, I'm getting some really mixed signals about this headboard again. As if I didn't just build the whole room around this. Kale, Danny, Nightsmith, thanks for the subs. Oh no. Okay. I don't know. You like the headboard? I think it's kind of cute. It would be fun in real life to have a headboard like that, I think. I'm kind of jealous of the sim. Okay. It's a little bit more cluttered than I wanted. I think I would be happier if it wasn't cluttered in that room because then it would match the rest of the house better, but it is what it is. And we've done it. We can always come back to the interior. Let's think about the outside for a second. And then we can always come back and mess with the inside a bit more because we still have the whole outside to do. What are you deleting? My plates. Of course you're deleting my plates. It always deletes my plates. Kids' rooms are always cluttered though. Yeah, in real life, totally. But sometimes it's, in The Sims, you know, sometimes it's fun to do something a little bit different, I guess. This one's not a tiny house anymore. It was a tiny house, but it's not a tiny house anymore because I had added too many like extra pieces of flooring. Like out here, how I have this little porch and there's porch back there. So now it's too many tiles. So it's not technically a tiny house anymore because I got too many tiles added in. The welcome wagons in their swimsuits. Good for them. I don't have a pool, so I don't know where you think you're gonna swim. Because I don't have options for you, my friend. I'm so sorry. Do you think it's okay like that? With the wallpaper like that? I think so. Once we have some more landscaping, it'll work a lot better too. Okay. It's really hard to do shell builds. You get so stuck with like the options and then one sec. Okay. Many plants from this pack will be added. Time for mother load? Yeah. No, there's not a money limit. I just have a test sim on the lot, you guys. You're reading into it too much. I just had a test sim on the lot. I was using that sim to help me play test, so they had the money they had left over after I did the free real estate cheat, and I hadn't added extra money for them yet. But there is no funds limit. You can do whatever you want. Okay. Is there anything darker so the doors and windows stand out more? Oh, so I want the doors and windows to blend in. I'm actually doing that on purpose. My vision is for the doors and windows to like completely blend in with the build. So that might not be what you want, but that was kind of what I was picturing, is that they would be matching. I think I'm gonna put some bamboo out here. I think I will use bamboo in the front, like lining the side or something. Okay. Let's get bamboo then. I will use this. Maybe we could put like, let's try and line them up nicely. Maybe every 2 tiles. Okay. Maybe I scoot it over then a bit more so it's on the square. What do you think about that? I could also scoot them in just a smidge more. That might be nice for some privacy. Yeah. Okay. Isn't there a rain chain in this pack? Yeah, there is. There's a bunch of little decorative things that we can go back in and add. So we have a lot of options. Okay, let's go back through Snowy Escape and just look through literally everything again. What are we building? It's a shell challenge that we started today. I am turning it into this house, like using all the Snowy Escape stuff. You don't have to do a house. If you wanted to do the challenge, you can build whatever you want out of it. But that's kind of what we're up to today. A shell challenge is basically like a big empty box. And then the challenge is to try and turn it into a real building. It can be kind of fun. Okay. I think I shall use some of these little plants in places to fill in some of that area where I don't really want your Sims to go, because it's not really there. We can get a cute garden back here too, which might be kind of nice. I would like that. Maybe I use this tree back here. Does that fit or is it clipping? Ooh. It's close. Okay, I don't know. I'll use it anyway. What do you think you'll do tomorrow since you almost finished the shell? I don't know yet, Bananas. We shall see. I have not thought ahead that far yet. It's what the plan is for tomorrow, because I had thought it would take me 2 days to do this build, but I don't think that it will, like you say, so I don't know. We'll figure that out, but I don't know what we'll do tomorrow just yet. Okay, that's clipping in a way that I wish that it wasn't. Maybe I don't mind. Oh no. I have to get rid of the foundation in order to put the stuff back where I want it to be. Also, it would be nice if we had, like, perhaps a gate. I don't know, guys. I'm not gonna make any promises yet. We'll see what we'll end up playing, but I don't really know yet, so we shall figure it out. We shall figure it out. Haha, get it? Get it? Because it's like a shell challenge. Anyway. Sorry. I'm sorry. There really isn't that much to landscape out here. I had these visions of there being a pool, but I don't know if that's gonna happen for us. We'll have to see. I don't think it's gonna work out like that, but we can try. Where did that like little bush that I liked go that I used in the front? Kind of like this one. We can use that to cover the clipping. Oh, this is clipping too. Move. Okay. Terrain tools pond would be cute. I'm worried that it's too small because it's all fenced in. I'm worried that if we tried to put a pond, there wouldn't be like really any space to walk around outside of that. You know, it would be like only a small pond and that's it. And that might not be a bad thing, I guess, but I don't know. All right, so let me try and get some outdoor lighting, I guess. You vote rock climbing wall? That takes up way more space than you think. It's a good idea, but the rock climbing wall is enormous. It takes up so much space. Does this also not come in the same color? What is wrong with this game? Why do they do this to me? But yeah, the rock climbing wall takes up loads of space. It's actually quite hard to fit in places like this. I can show you. But the rock climbing is so big. Look at this. It'd be like the whole yard. So I don't know if I want to use that. I guess if you wanted to, you could potentially do that. Like, well, you also have, like in this world, you can rock climb on the outside, you know? So I guess that's a benefit to it. Benefit to living here is that you can just go outside and use that. And it breaks in the rain. Does that break in the rain? Oh no, well that extra complicates things. I don't really know how to do, if we wanted to do like a garden like this in the back, I don't really know how to best lay it out. This is why I did like a cool courtyard thing in a previous build and I liked it, but one of your roof pieces is missing paint above the kids' room. Oh, it is. Now it is fixed. We gotta fix all this over here. Maybe some stepping stones. Okay, so that's kind of what I was picturing us adding in. Oh, that is clipping a bit too much. I was picturing us doing some stepping stones out here. I can show you what I'm talking about with that. Okay, so the stepping stones I was picturing are the ones from the base game debug. And I had this vision in my head that, oh, I guess this isn't gonna work, but I had this vision in my head that it would go kind of like this, I guess. Should I do the squares instead? I don't know. But I thought we might try something along those lines to get you out of the yard. We could also just open it. It doesn't have to have a gate. I'm okay with it being kind of open. Okay. Something like that. Oops. As far back as it can go without clipping. Squares are really big. Yeah, but I'm okay with that. Yeah, the onsen is really big too. And I like the garden idea, but oh, never mind. Hot springs. Sorry, the hot springs are really big, but they take up way more space than you think. Like the whole yard. Let me look through all the stuff from Snowy Escape again. It's possible that, let me just move this guy for a second too. It's possible that we could try to do something. Oh, I wanted to use, oh, I have that, never mind, sorry. I wanted to put something like decorative back here. So we could maybe potentially try to use the sand tiles. And what if the garden was like towards the back of the lot? If I'm being honest, I don't know how to really organize this in a way that makes sense, but we could try. And maybe it would end up looking kind of cool. I don't know. But we could put some pretty garden stuff. We'll put the rock things around, stuff like that. You know how from Cottage Living, I wonder if it comes in the right color. There's like that little thing. This little thing. This is a different shade of wood, sort of, but this might be okay to like line up and cover the end pieces of this. And then we can decorate it. I don't know, interesting, maybe? It helps to line it. I think it helps when there's a line there. I think that's good. Can they walk over it? I don't think they can walk over this, but that's not really my goal. I know that sounds bad, but my goal is mostly just for it to be decorative. I don't know. So these are the Snowy Escape ones, the Snowy Escape rocks. I unfortunately really am not like the most well versed in this. So like I don't really know how to like organize this in a way that looks good. I don't know. I'm trying to make like a giant one. I wonder if we could find a picture of a real one and then try to emulate it a little bit more. Let me see. I mean, this one is a little bit, ours is a bit more manicured, I guess, because this is real life, so the grass is growing. Well, we could get some of those pretty trees and we could put the rocks down and, I don't know. Is there a little fountain? Yes, I think. There is some, oh, not that, but there is some stuff from Snowy Escape that could be good. We also have some of these nice things that might fit in. Stone lantern. Oh, is there not? Oh, this water feature, this guy. This little one. I had gone past it. Okay, that's an idea. I don't know how to use these like mossy sections. There's so many rugs. So many colors to it. Okay. Where did you go? Come back. I want this pretty big tree. Oops, not sized up, sized down. I'm thinking we could put that like kind of in the middle. That's clipping just a bit. Okay, there is also, like we were saying before, there are circles that you can use in the sand. But I don't know if I Can you all come up here, all these mossy bits? How about the second swatch of everything? Okay. Yeah, the textures of these moss things are kind of weird, aren't they? I agree, the texture is a bit strange on the moss, but maybe we'd be able to use, oops. What on earth? Okay. Try that again. Weird pieces. Look at how that messes everything up. Ah! I don't know. I don't like that. The circles look, they like the pieces in The Sims don't swirl back and forth instead of circles. Do you think that would work? I'm worried. It's not so much like what would happen in real life. It's more to do with what will work in The Sims, you know? Do you see how this is like not, the lines don't line up? Like you can't really do that. Yikes. I don't know how to make it not look horrible. It's only small. I think that's part of it. It's just really small. Ridiculous game. What if we got like a mossy version of these rugs? Or rugs, of these rocks, sorry. And what if I tried to use the moss rugs then? That we had talked about originally. Because those you can place anywhere. Is that okay? Isn't there terrain paint? I don't remember. No. Can I size up the rocks? No. Oh, yes, sorry. Press control and it worked that time. Do you think them being sized up is too big? I think it looks okay sized up. Maybe I put the fountain kind of in the middle. And then we could probably try to fit in a little bit more landscaping. I don't know if... I don't think I like how the moss rugs look. There's just something about them that's not working. Right? Like... It's hard because they're so flat. No, the rugs don't have a more muted swatch. I can't even get rid of it. The rugs do not have a more muted swatch. They just come in that color. That color and then different types of layouts. Yeah, I don't think it looks that good. What about... What if we use the things from Spa Day? Because there is bamboo in Spa Day. But it's like potted bamboo. So I don't know if that's a good idea or not. It doesn't really tile that well either. You'd have to like all place it all. But I'm wondering if we could use that and like put it lining the back of this, sort of. Maybe. There's a bamboo plant and growing together. There is, but that one is also in a pot, right? Like this one. This is also nice, but it's also potted. So I don't know if we want to like line that across the whole back or not. Unless we do. That's maybe okay. Does this fill in the whole space? Oh. Okay, the rocks should probably be... I kind of like that, I think. I think that's actually okay. It looks like they're growing it. I wonder if we could flip them every other one around so that they have a little bit more variation. Yeah, that helps. Okay, I like this one sized up. I do like these rocks sized up. I don't like the other ones sized up as much. Maybe it's okay if I do it though. I don't know. All of a sudden there's like not enough space because I made it so skinny. Is that okay? I don't know if that looks good or not. I'm really, like I said, I'm by no means an expert in this field. I'm kind of just going off of pictures that I've seen, so I think the pointy rock in particular is like a little excessive when it's big. It might be better small with that one. Oh yeah, Chad agrees. Okay. Yeah, I think the pointy one is too big. Maybe it's better when it's laid out like this. Potentially. Keep that one small. I don't know. Let me save again, just to be safe. Just to be careful. You like them all small? Okay. We would be able to put, actually, because we only have 2 tiles now, we'd actually be able to put the circles around these again. Okay, that's placing in a way that is really agitating and weird. The problem is because the circles are like floor tiles, you're really stuck with where the game wants to place them. And I don't know if that's good or not. I don't know if that... I do think it helps with the rocks feeling more intentional. But I don't... Maybe it was better with them sort of scattered better. Because the problem is with if you do the circle flooring, it has to be symmetrical. Because it has to be on the... It's like on the grid. So, yeah, I agree that it only looks good on the pointy rock. I think the circle is only okay for the pointy one. But maybe we could do that on purpose and have it like on the pointy one intentionally. No. Would the string lights from toddler stuff be too much or cute? I mean, maybe both. We can test it. I'm okay with testing out the string lights. It might be kind of fun. I do think that it won't fit properly. Unless it fits exactly 2 of them perfectly. I thought it was gonna be 1 tile off. Is that bad? Maybe it should be in the back. Because we can raise it up in the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Oh, uh-oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is clipping. That one is gonna clip a lot, probably. But it's right behind the tree, so is it okay if it clips more than the others? Because it's behind the tree. I think that having the circle is throwing it off. That's my final opinion on this. Is that having the circle is kind of throwing it off. And that what we should do instead is like let ourselves kind of freely place these things. Because that way we don't have to worry about where the tiles are. And maybe this could go... no, it looks better in there. Okay. About a small fountain. This one is a fountain. So we do have a small fountain thing there. How about the whole floor swirly? It doesn't really work. We've been experimenting with this a bunch today. It doesn't, because you have to place it in a certain way. I feel like it makes no sense when it's underneath the rocks. Like, if we could place them on our own, I would feel differently about it. I don't know. Let me look up some more real ones so we can show you kind of what we're... This one looks more like gravel. See, the thing is, like, when you do it in real life, obviously, like, they're able to really customize how they're raking it, so it like surrounds things a lot better. But oh, you can't see. But in The Sims, you can't do that. Like, we can't achieve it the way that they have. So it just makes it kind of difficult for us to copy. Some of these are so beautiful. Look at this. That's so pretty. Yeah, if the circles were a carpet instead, that would be better. I agree. That would be a better alternative. Do you think it's okay how we've done it though? I think you can tell what we're going for. Yeah, and it's a floor tile, so it's flat. What browser to use? It's so cute, it's pink. Oh, that's just Google Chrome. You can pick a color theme though. So mine is pink. Snowy escape. Let's look at some more of the other things too, so we can get some more landscaping down here. And then we can always come back to it. Like, we can come back and look at that a little bit more after we've put in some more of the furniture. Because I find that sometimes these things are a little bit easier for me after I've like almost like looked at more of it, you know? So once we've got some other things, that's not that manicured if you put in stuff like this. I don't think that's how you're supposed to do it. But that is interesting. The thought of like a little bit of additional grassy stuff. I don't know. I'm gonna come back to that. I gotta stop. I need to like take a step away so that we can come back to it with fresh eyes, I think. That always helps me when I'm trying to do these builds. It's just take a second and then come back to it afterward. Because then when you look at it again, it's like you're not as stuck in the zone. Oh, I like the texture of that tree. Okay, I shall put this one over here. And then maybe I could put up close next to the building this bamboo, perhaps. Okay. What are we building? We're using a shell. We're doing a shell that I built earlier today. Basically, the idea of a shell is that it's a big box of a building, and you can try and play too and turn it into whatever you may desire. So it's kind of fun because we all sort of play together. If you're interested in playing, you can download it off my gallery and build something too. We do have a trash can, don't worry. We did get a trash can. Okay. Maybe the weeds are creatures in the garden. Any opportunity to make fun of Dan, that's funny. The story they're referencing is that the other day, or I guess it was like at this point a couple months ago, Dan's like, oh my god, Kayla, there's a creature in the yard. I think he was saying garden though, because he's British. It was a possum in the front yard. He had never seen a possum before, because he's British. So he was like staring at it like, what is this thing? There's a creature. Because to him, it was a creature. So we keep joking about that and kind of making fun of Dan for that one. Running around yelling about the creature. No, they'd never seen a possum before. Which is kind of funny. Because obviously, you know, to me that is a very normal thing, but he just never seen one, so. Maybe I should give them some soap products. That might be nice of me to add in. What else? Lantern in a rock? No. Oh my god, you are so cute. Do you think I could use that? Or is that too much if I used it? I'm kind of obsessed with that. I think that's really cute. That looks okay, right? And then we don't have to duplicate any of the other rocks because there's only 3. Oh, there's a bunch of them. Oh, it's a creature. It's a good creature. I like it. What was I looking for? Oh, look at the snowy tree. That's nice. Oh, there's a hot dog. We could put that. I was trying to figure out something to put on this front step. That's right. Maybe I'll just get a welcome mat. Because we have the new one from the new rent pack. We could just put one of those and then we could put, oh wait, maybe a blue that matches the roof coloring better. And then we could just get like a planter box. Is it supposed to be a monkey? Yeah, that's what it says. Greeting monkey statue. Okay. Maybe I make that thing a light blue color too. Uh-oh. We could put some flowers in it. Maybe some blue ones? Oh, I don't really like those. Maybe it's not bad though. We could also get the shoe sign. The taming of the shoe. Maybe I'll put it like... Oh, you know what would be better and like more preferable is if we had the wall mailbox. The problem is I'm worried about it being functional. I guess depending on how you do it, it might be okay. Something like a little mailbox right there. How did I roof the diagonal and not have it clip? I just put this gabled roof all the way across the whole thing. Oh, we're missing wallpaper up here. Yeah, it's just a gabled roof all the way across. And I kind of used it on purpose to cover some of this side because I was gonna put like, I don't know, stuff back here. I extended it, I think. Let me show you. Seasons, I wanted to put this. Oh, that doesn't really cover the clipping, does it? Okay, well, I was picturing something like that here to cover some of the clipping. Apparently not all of it. Look at another doormat back there. Maybe the chess table could go on the back side, on this side. I'm thinking that we'll do the picnic table and a grill back here. Because we do have this nice snowy escape picnic table. Grill. This one kind of seems like it would blend in and fit nicely. That is early purchase content from the rent pack though. Oh no, it's not. This one is. Never mind. This one's fine. Sorry. Do you see a monster swatch in the mailbox? Yeah, you did. It's cute. We can use it. I like it. The large industrial loft kit one. Oh, the industrial loft kit one is cute. There's also, I mean, there's a bunch of various plant stand type things that we could try to mess with that might be a little bit bigger. Because the industrial loft kit one, that one I don't know if I'm gonna like the vibes of too much. Because the coloring is a little bit off for our build. But it is taller, so it does cover more of the clipping. I don't really know if I care that much. With this, we can make it look like it's on purpose. Somehow. I don't know. Is this okay like this? Do I need anything else? Yeah, you like forget how big it is, you know? I don't really ever use that one. I don't use the industrial loft kit that often. You didn't even notice the clipping? Okay, good. Oh, you know what actually would be kind of cute? We should find a spot to put the bonsai tree, like the actual one. Because this would be a nice place to like do the, okay, it doesn't fit inside. They can't have it inside, but they can have it outside. Maybe I'll just put it over here. But that might be kind of nice. Because you could use that for some skill building out here. Upstairs lobby. It's hard because it might fit here. But I'm worried about it being too tight with the doorway. It might not be though. It might be okay. That was just my fear, is that it was too close, but. Okay. Should we do like a light? Maybe a little candle on this table outside? Oh, no. Okay. What challenge is this? It's a shell challenge that I just made today. A shell challenge is where you have a big empty box. We could have both. We could have 2 bonsai trees. It's a big empty box. And then I put the shell, the box, on the gallery, and then you try and turn it into something. I can show you kind of what it looks like. This is the shell. So you would download this, and then you can turn it into literally anything. So that's kind of the fun of it. Yeah, Snowy Escape has some really, really lovely build items. It really is good. Kind of underrated, I think. Why is it called the Yeehaw Shell? Cause it looked kind of like Texas. So I might use that rug outside. I like that one. That's nice enough. Don't they all? Yeah. Yeah. They sure do. Okay, what else do we put? This one, it was not supposed to look like Texas. I actually, on purpose, tried to make it not look like Texas. And then all of a sudden, people were like, oh, Kayla, add a 1 tile wide bump out. And then all of a sudden, it was Texas again. So no matter what I do, I can't escape it. Do you think that back here, maybe they could store some of their ski equipment on this back porch? I don't know, is that too much? Probably, maybe not. The original plan was chess table, and I should probably stick to that, huh? Stay. Okay. Skis on the wall? Maybe. There's not that much space in this house. That's kind of the problem I keep encountering, is like, we really don't have as much space as I keep thinking I do. Okay, chess table there is good. As a Texan, it is bad vibes. Listen, I'm from Florida. I know all about bad vibes. I know exactly what these bad vibes you speak of are. Maybe I should have used this on the kids' wall. What was I thinking? That actually makes way more sense because it's from the pack. Okay. Okay. Maybe I'll put a couple more planter boxes back here that you can actually plant in. Because they still have a trophy, so... on their table. Maybe I'll get like 2 of these so you can do some garden planting. Okay. Are there any other pieces of roof? Oh. Maybe I wanted to put... I don't know how this is gonna look really, but... okay. So that's extremely annoying. I don't think that you can really place this on diagonals. Yeah, we tried to do a Florida-shaped shell once. I don't know how to put this, aside from saying that the time that I tried to do it, oh good, ads are playing so I can say it. It looked a bit phallic when we were trying to make the Florida shell. It wasn't really... It wasn't good. It was not good. So we scrapped that one. Yeah. It was not good. It was not appropriate. Anyway. It looked a bit what? Don't worry. Don't worry about it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, sincerely don't worry about it. Don't Google it either. Oh my god, I shouldn't have said it on stream. Body parts. Body parts. Oh, good god. Okay. I'm just gonna do my terrain paint. Oh no. Anyway. Anyway. I like to put dirt underneath a lot of the building. I think it always looks pretty decent when you do it like that, right? Because in real life, there probably would be a lot of dirt under this. Like, there's not going to be grass growing underneath the building, so. I like the color of the grass in Mount Komorebi a lot. I think it's a nice grass texture. I know that's a weird thing to point out, but I do like it. I think it's nice. Okay, a couple more little bits to add in. And then maybe some little bits underneath the bamboo. Okay. Did I miss anything down here? I don't think so. Which wallpaper is that? This is the Snowy Escape wallpaper. The one that comes with the pack. Most of the build is from Snowy Escape. Pretty much all these things are from Snowy Escape. So. Yeah, I hear a lot of you are getting a pretty rough snowstorm, huh? Hopefully everything is all good and everything. Stay safe, stay warm. It is currently 76 degrees Fahrenheit outside. That would be 24.4 Celsius. So. Anyway, so sorry. So sorry. It's been raining a lot. Someone was saying to add the meditation stool in, and I actually don't often add that. It might be kind of nice to have one of these back here in the yard. Should we put one down there? That could be good. Another skill item. That's just mean. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll stop talking. That was really mean of me to even bring up. You know what I've been doing recently that I don't know why I like it so much, but recently I've been putting, there's like these little, it's base game, it's underneath the clutter category. It's like these little garden stones. I've been putting those in a few places, like kind of around landscaping. Kind of like this where landscaping is like ending or whatever. I found these kind of nice for this sort of purpose. I don't know if I actually like it for here, but we could try a little bit of it. It is kind of, like Hope says, it's kind of Animal Crossing custom design core, actually, if I'm being honest, but in a good way. It screams Animal Crossing custom designs, and I love that about it. Okay, so we have a table, we have a grill, we have the bonsai tree, they have a computer, they have a TV, the kid has some toys. They're not even debugged, no. It's called A Gathering of Garden Stones, and it's in the clutter category of the base game. Base game. Never use it, but they're 45 simoleons. Okay. Do we need anything else? I'm kind of wondering if I should get like a bench over here or something. We do have a little bench from Snowy Escape if I wanted to put one. That could be cute because you could sit out and like read or something. Umbrella rack and radiator. Oh, you know what I haven't added anywhere is a radiator. That could be kind of cute because we could put a radiator over here by the front door. I'm okay with that. Kid doesn't get one. It's too busy in the kid's room. Oh wait, no. The kid could have one right here. Maybe I'll get rid of the plant. The can put one here in this corner too of the upstairs. Oh, that's nice, right? Keep your Sims warm. We have a thermostat there. Could always get another one. So it's easier for you to access. So there's 2 thermostats then. We do have the food bowls for pets. We don't have any pet toys. Maybe I could give you like a dog toy or 2. Because we do have a couple little balls. We could put some of those in the corner. The radiators work with the thermostat. Yeah, they, so if you don't have seasons, obviously you don't get cold. So you can turn the radiator and the AC on and off. If you do have seasons, you can turn them on and then have it sync to your thermostat. So the radiator will turn on when the thermostat is with the heat on. Litter box. So we didn't end up putting stuff for a cat in this house because there's not really enough space. I'm kind of picturing this home belonging to a dog. Maybe I'll just hide a little tiny toy. And then same thing, if you have like the thermostat on and it's hot outside, your Sims might get mad and be like, it's so hot. Okay. Any other little bits and bobs that we might want to add in? I'm just thinking, it might be kind of nice if we tried to get like this item, this hot pot. This is the appliance that comes with this pack. It might not hurt to try and put that in just so you have access to it. Oh, this grass is clipping. But then you have access to the hot pot so you can use it. Or you could put it over here, I guess. That would be good. Okay, Hope and Christine. There's no need to bully me. Oh, I gotta put this stack of plates back because it keeps deleting it. Okay. And we play tested, so we should be good to go. You're going to England in 2 days, Kat. That's so exciting. And Carla and Sav and Madflat, thanks for the subs. No, this spandrel is from Snowy Escape. It's pretty nice, isn't it? It is actually the same color as the columns. It's just the lighting's a bit weird. So we have the fridge here. We have the stove and the sink. We have a couple kitchen appliances. We got the kotatsu table so you can eat. We have a little living room. This is a TV kind of snuck into the bookshelf. There's music. There's a dog toy. We've got 1 kid's room. Upstairs, there's 1 primary bedroom and 1 bathroom. So it's only small, but it is unfortunately not just Snowy Escape and base game. It's primarily Snowy Escape, but I used a lot of packs. Okay, so it is a 2 bed, 1 bath house. I built this for my own #Simsie Yeehaw shell. There's trash outside. We have a trash can outside. I'm not putting one inside on purpose. I don't like them having one inside. It just annoys me. I usually drag their trash for them. I don't know. I don't know what to name it. Should I call it like part of the shell challenge so it's easy to search? Mount Komorebi shell. I don't know. How did the shell get its name? I can't explain it. Doesn't make any sense. Okay. Are we good? Do we just upload it? Hold on. Check my gallery to see the empty shell and try it yourself. Okay, there we go. I did save before this. We should be okay. Oh, we could just call it like Mount Komorebi Family House or something too. I don't know. There's a tree in your gallery photo? No! Why does the game do this? That's so annoying. Should we just upload it like this? Mount Komorebi Family House is easy to search for, right? And then they won't think that it's a shell. Like if they see the word shell, they might think, oh, we're doing a shell, and then try and download this instead of the original one. So this should be okay. I like this one. This turned out pretty cute, I think. Hopefully you like it too. Okay, so it's on the gallery. Both versions are on the gallery if you want to download it. Oh my god, I used so many packs! Oh, that is disgusting. I'm so sorry. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Most of them are just like one item. Look. See, why did I use that? So it's okay. Like, really, if you're missing the packs, like, it's like one item from a million packs, you know? There are a lot of items from Snowy Escape. You need Snowy Escape for this, but... See, one item. Oh my god. Earlier today, I built a house that just used the base game and the backyard stuff pack. I don't think it's very good. But maybe it is, who's to say? So I recorded that today. I might not post it for like 2 weeks though. It depends whether or not a video that I am really hoping to post tomorrow finally gets approved as a sponsored video. I filmed that video 2 weeks ago. So I'm like, I really want to get it up before the kids come out. But it's not up to me. So it really depends on whether or not that video gets approved or not. But I did film a base game and one pack build today, so. Stay tuned, I guess, for you too. Okay, well this actually was really good timing. We finished that. I usually get off stream at 7. It's about 7:01. Yeah, I know. Hope has been, like, Hope sees it on my schedule. I've been pushing it a day at a time for like a week and a half, and I'm not kidding. Sometimes sponsored stuff, like, sometimes they're a bit slower with reviewing. Sometimes they, like, want to change, and then it's more slow with reviewing, so it's not a bad thing. It's kind of normal. It's just, it's always different working with different companies. Some of them, like, same day look at it. Some people look at it, you know, a week later. I filmed the sponsored segment of this last year. I filmed it in the end of December, so it's okay. Doesn't matter. Should be all good, but just depends. Sometimes it's like, oh wait, can you change the scaling of this logo, like the tiniest bit? Re-export, re-upload, resend it to them, you know, so it just, small things make it take a while. Doesn't matter that much though. Anyway, I think maybe this could be a good time to end the stream then, I guess, perhaps. We do have to go because Drag Race is on tonight. So tomorrow, I had originally planned in the upload schedule to finish this shell tomorrow, but because we finished it already, I guess we don't have to do that. So we'll be able to do something else. I'm not really sure what yet. I might need to take the evening to think about it and then figure it out. I don't know. I've seen a lot of comments for like not Sims, lots of house flipper talk, and a lot of city skylines talk I've seen. Also not so very Animal Crossing 100 baby. Who knows? Who knows? I have to listen to my heart fire tomorrow. I'll figure it out in the morning and then decide. Because I don't know yet. We probably, to be honest, should play 100 baby, but I don't want to, you know? You know? So I'll think on it and I'll decide. If you have not seen House Flipper, by the way, which I may or may not play tomorrow, we'll see. I think you will really like House Flipper. Although I am angry with House Flipper right now because the game did not save my progress. Basically, on Wednesday morning, I was like renovating my own house, and then chat was like, oh, how do you do the building thing? So I was like, oh, look, here's how you build like a custom table. It didn't save my house in between. The game is supposed to autosave. It didn't. It deleted all my progress and went back. So I'm not so currently pleased with House Flipper. At the minute, I'm mad at them. I think that it's a bug, but it's not a good bug. I don't think it actually took my money. I think I just had less money because I didn't sell anything, but who knows? I do like House Flipper though. That was only my house that glitched and not anybody else's that I was doing for tasks. But yes, me and House Flipper are in a fight right now. Me and House Flipper, so. Anyway, you had that too? Yes, some people in chat were saying that happened to them as well. Ugh. Anyway, at least now we know. If you're gonna go, if you've played House Flipper, you'll know what I'm talking about. But there's like a section where you can like build a clock and build a table and build a picture frame. And then you like try and, like you actually build them, like nail a hole into the drywall and all this. And then the clock is cheaper when you buy it after you've like mastered the skill of how to make it. If you go from your house into that, that's when it like didn't save my house renos. So just so you know, if you're gonna do that, save your game or something, just to be safe. Just to be safe. But anyway, let's go over and maybe find someone to raid then. We'll figure out what to do. Oh, sorry. You don't need to see that. Lil Simsie, shh. No one wants to hear me speak twice. Oh my God, I unpaused it again. Anyway. Oh my gosh. Allison it's unmuted here too. Allison is a streamer who was in our chat earlier today, who is already doing the yeehaw shell that we made today. So maybe we could go over there and say hello. I think that could be kind of fun. Also, when you get there, tell me if you agree. I think I look kind of like Allison. I think we look similar. We have different hair colors, but I think that we look similar. So anyway, we'll go start the raid, and we can watch Allison doing the shell challenge. It'll be kind of fun. So go over and say hi for me. I'm excited to see what they do and what they build over there. It should be a good time, and I will catch you tomorrow for who knows what. Maybe The Sims, probably The Sims. I don't know. We have a free day, we can decide. Because I planned ahead. For once, we finished a build sooner than I was expecting. Because this week, I keep finishing builds and they take me 5 days when I thought they would take 4. So anyway, let's go over and say hi. Have fun watching Drag Race tonight, everyone, and I'll see you later. I'm assuming that a lot of you will be. I don't know if you are. Anyway, I will be. Bye! Emma, thanks for resub, by the way. And I'll see you later, okay? And stop streaming.